So everyone, when we talk about consonant sounds, we can distinguish one kinds of sound to others by understanding the properties. So there are three things. Number one is Hello everyone, welcome to English Phonetics and Phonology course with me Suprayogi. So in today's video we are going to learn about consonant sounds, which is the discussions on voicing, place of articulations, and manner of articulations. So what are the objectives of this video? Number one is that you will be able to explain the concept of voicing, and then place of articulations and manner of articulations, especially in the context of English phonology. And number two is that you're able to mention the types and place of articulations as well as the manner of articulations of consonant sounds. So to begin with, let's take a look at the definitions. So what is consonant sounds actually? So consonant sounds is actually the sounds in any language that produced by stopping the air from flowing easily through the mouth, and also especially by closing the lips or touching the teeth, lips with the tongue. So as opposed to vowel sound with no obstructions or the airflow from our speech organs that is not limited by other speech organs. So that is the definitions of consonant sound. So everyone, when we talk about consonant sounds, we can distinguish one kinds of sound to others by understanding the properties. So there are three things. Number one is voicing. Number two is place of articulations. And number three is manner of articulation. So there are three. Voicing, place of articulations, and manner of articulations. Now, before we start, I'll give you the charts of International Phonetics Alphabet, or IPA. So you see the tables on the screen that there are lots of phonetic symbols, and there are a lot of terminology like plosive, affricates, semi-vowels, bilabials, glottal velars, and etc. These are the charts of IPA, where actually all the sounds, consonant sounds in the world can be classified here. But we want to talk about English consonant sounds. We only talk about 24 sounds in English. So there are 24 consonant sounds in English that we will discuss one by one after this. So now let's take a look at the first part of our discussions. We are going to talk about voicing. So in consonant sounds, there are two types of voicing. Number one is called as voiced sound, and number two is voiceless sound. Voiced sound and voiceless sound. All right, what is actually the definitions of the voice sound? Voice sounds happen when the vocal cords vibrates. When the vocal cord vibrates. What are the samples of these? We have B sound, D sound, Z sound, and V sound. Okay, so those are happens when the vocal cords vibrate. Say B and Z. So there is a vibrations that you feel here. As opposed to voice sound, we have voiceless sound where there is no vibrations in it. Let's take a look at the samples of the sounds. S sound, and then K sound, and then T sound. Those are the samples of voiceless in voicing of the consonant sound. I hope it's clear for you. We have two, voiced and voiceless sound. So where does this voicing located in IPA. So let's take a look at the table again, or the IPA charts. So we have two sounds sometimes in one columns. So the sounds in your left, when you see the screen, it's called as voiceless sound, and in your right, it's called as voiced sounds. So for example, P is voiceless sound, B is voiced sound, T is voiceless sound, D is voiced sound, K is voiceless sound, and G is voiced sound, etc. until you find F and V, and then Th and The, and many more. So the first one, or the left one, called as voiceless, and the right one called as voiced. Now, after we talk about voicing, now let's take a look at the place of articulations. So the first place of articulations is called as bilabials. Bilabial sounds. It means that the both lips are involved. The both lips, the upper lips and your lower lips involved. For example, we have the sounds of M in the word man. Man. So upper lips and lower lips involved. Also the word pin. Pin. Alright? So the next one is called as labiodental sounds. What does it mean by labiodental sound? Labiodental sounds means that when the top front teeth touch the lower lip. Okay? The top front of your teeth touch the lower lip. Okay? So for example, we have the word fan. So we have the sound F in the word fan. And then we also have the sound V in the word van. So here, fan and van. That's called labiodental sound. After we talk about labiodental, now let's move to dental sound. So it's quite similar. We talk about dental, means that we talk about teeth. When we talk about labial, we talk about lips. Right, dental sound happen when the tongue touch the back of the front teeth. When touch the back of the front teeth. Okay, so we have the sample of the sound th in the word think, and also the in the word that. So let's fill it. Th and that. So it happened here in the back parts of the front teeth. Th and the. That's called as dental sound. Right. After that, let's talk about what we call as alveolar sounds. What is alveolar sounds? Alveolar sounds occur when the tongue touches the alveolar ridge. Alveolar ridge. So here we have the sound T for tin, Z for the word zip, and then we have other sound like L, N, S, and Z. So these place of articulations of alveolar occurred most in the most of the English sounds. Okay, right. We also have what we call as palatoalveolar or posalveolar. So it happens between alveolar ridge and also hard palate. So this one. Okay, it's inside of your tongue. You see, you can feel the hard palate like here. Okay, so it happens to the sound of sh, like in the word ship, and also in the sounds of j, like in the word measure. J, measure. So you can feel it sh and j, measure and shape. Okay, right. The next one is that we are going to learn about palatal sounds. Palatal sounds happen when the tongue touches the palates. It happens in the sound y, like in the sample of word yet. So it's not jet, but yet. Okay. Right. What about the next one? We have uvular sounds that actually doesn't happen or occurred in English, but it's occurred in Dutch and French. Also, pharyngeal that also happen in Dutch and French, but doesn't exist in English. The last one is velar sounds. So velar sounds happen when the tongue touches the velar here, like say it is getting deeper and deeper inside here in your speech organ when we have the sample of k sound, k sound. So you feel it here inside cap, and also ng sound, ng, or in the Indonesian context like the letter of n and g like ng, in the sounds of sing, ng sound, sing. All right. So we have already discussed several places of articulation start from bilabial, labiodental, dental sound, alveolar sounds, palatal-alveolar or post-alveolar, palatal, and then velar sound. Right, now let's move to the third part of the discussions. We're going to talk about the manner of articulations. So manner of articulations in the word consonants consists of several manners. Number one is plosive. Plosive means that there is a tiny explosions of the air occurs, like tiny explosions. Like we have the sound b, which is aspirated, and come, which is unaspirated. Okay, like b aspirated and k unaspirated. Okay, so that's plosive sound. Plosive means tiny explosions. Number two is nasal sound. Nasal, nose, means that like there is air that passes the nose. Like we have the sound m, and then n, and ng. That's nasal. So you feel it here in your nose. Like m in the word map, and then ng in the word hang, and etc. So after plosive and nasals, we have already prepared you that another manner of articulations, that is vicrative. Vicrative manner means that when air is escaped with difficulty and creating hissing sound. Hissing sound like f or th. Like you see the hissing sound here, f like in the word fin, and th in the word thin. Okay, right. So that's vicrative manner of articulations, and the last one is the affricate sounds. Affricate manner of articulations. Affricate manner of articulation means that it starts with plosive, like there's a tiny explosions, but ends with vicrative, like there is a hissing sounds as well, like the sound of ch, ch in the word church, and judge, judge in the sounds of j, like ch and j are in affricate manner of articulations. All right. Okay, so after we talk about voicing and then place of articulations and manner of articulations, let's identify the differences between one sounds in English and other sounds in English, especially in consonants. All right, so after talking about three properties of the consonant sounds, now let's come to the conclusions of this video. Number one, that consonant sounds can be identified into its properties, that is voicing, place of articulations, and manner of articulations. So why actually we need to learn about this one? So consonant sounds helping you for many things. Number one is that you try to understand that English has many consonant sounds, but there are some consonant sounds listed in IPA there, but doesn't exist in English. So if you see the real IPA charts, there are a lot of sounds that doesn't exist in English. And number two is that it is helpful when you look up the dictionary, especially when you read the transcriptions. So in the end, you can be independent learners. So you know how this its symbols actually sounded. And the number three is that it is easier for you to learn a brand new language because you know the basic structures of its sounds itself. So after this, you can check the IPA charts in the websites in the internet. You can choose on any website. You can have a more practice one by one how to pronounce the sounds with bilabial, labiodental, velar, and etc. And then also with the manner of articulation from a plosive, fricative, arricates, and many more. So get your practice and make sure that you really master for this one. So when you master for this one, in the end, it is easier for you to read aloud and also to check the dictionary pronunciations. Then you can imitate this easily, right? So this is the end of the sessions on understanding the voicing, manner of articulation and place of articulations of consonant sounds. I am Suprayogi. See you in the next video.